Welcome to your Straight Razor Edge Friday special. Are vintage straight razors better than new ones? Hey, Eric here with Adventures in Wet Shaving, and welcome back. It's good to see you. My one word is heart, and I put my heart into everything I do. And I believe every time you shave with a straight razor, you're getting a better shave. Let's look at the results of my poll starting right now. The question was, are vintage straight razors better than new ones? Now, with 70 votes in, the first group is 44% and say, yes, I believe vintage straight razors are better. Then 10% say, no, give me a new straight razor anytime. 46% are saying, I'm really just not sure. So let's look at this and we'll see what we can find out. Now, I also had some comments as well. Michael says there are some really good vintage razors depending on where they are made. Back when the razors were made using the best steel of the era, high carbon steel and stainless steel, but today's razors are made with modern steel. Yeah, but just to show how well these vintage razors were made is that they survived up to now, and when taken good care of will still shave just as good as any modern razor. So for me, it's a toss-up. Michael, I totally get it. You got some good points here. Vintage razors do depend on where they're made and what steel they're made out of as well. There are some good places though to get vintage razors from that have good steel, and you can always find something like that. Now, the other thing I enjoyed about your comment was that if a razor has lived this long and is still there and works, that to me is a testament of a good razor as well. Next, Paul wrote, what a difficult question to answer. I didn't have any new decent straight razors, only gold dollars I get to practice honing on. But I have a few vintage and they are very good. New decent razors are expensive, but I might get one or two at some point. Again, Paul, you're absolutely right. Use the gold dollars for honing practice, and you can also use them for shaving practice as well because they will hold an edge. I also like the point that you have some good vintage razors as well as the gold dollars. And you are right. The new razors are more expensive for the most part than the vintage razors, depending on what you pick out. And Adam wrote, I'm sure they made cheap and rubbish straight razors a century ago, just as we do today. I think the difference is that today we want top shelf quality for bargain basement prices, and we shop online. This is true. I bet there was a lot of razors that were rubbish and just didn't make it this long. But there are some good ones out there, and if it made it this long, I think they're gonna stick around. And I also like your point that we do want top quality for a reasonable price, and it's great that we can go online to go shopping for straight razors of both the vintage and the new as well. So with me, okay, it's all about the journey. Yes. Now, I didn't know in the beginning if I was going to be able to even shave with a straight razor, much less enjoy it as much as I do. So I started with a gold dollar, and these are great for practice, for honing and shaving. This also was like between $4 and $5, and it works great. Yeah. And I learned on that and was able to figure out I enjoy this. This is a fantastic hobby. Now, here is a ZY razor as well. Again, this one is going to be a little more expensive if you can even find them now. It was between $7 or $8 for this, and it is shoulderless, which is handy when you're honing. And again, in my journey, I started on the cheap end of things and was able to figure out I really enjoy this hobby. Then I wanted to get something nicer, so I started getting vintage razors off of eBay. I know there are many other places you can get them, but that's where I was looking, and not all of them that I got were good, but I've learned quite a bit over the time that I've been shaving with a straight razor, and now I can pick out a good razor online. Now, keep in mind, I am not looking for a project razor. I am looking for something that at most I just need to sharpen and make shave ready. I want it to already look good, and I want an unusual razor that is some of the best razors that I can get, and I can just pick and choose. And as we're doing this, looking on eBay, things like that, I can just take my time. I don't have to buy every razor that's out there. I can take my time to find that right one. Now, here you go. Vintage razor number 1. Yeah, this is my Fine Edge Ostiso. Now, this razor was made in New York City in 1920. Oh yeah, look at that. It is blued just like a gun would be blued, and this is all original. This is how I found it. All I had to do is hone it up, and it was good to go. This is pretty much new old stock. It really was. Now, here is another one. This is my magnetic silver steel. Okay, now this one is brilliant. It, again, eBay find. See here, I've ground the shoulder off. That's because right there, this actually had a crack in it that I couldn't see in the picture. So I ended up having to grind that off. But again, 20 bucks. And it works fine at this point. Now, here we go. Another 20 buck razor. All right. This is my W.R. Humphrey & Company, the Haddon brand. Okay. This one, again, 20 bucks. And all I had to do is sharpen it. No big deal. Yep. Next, we're going to get into my first Japanese razor. So this is my Parker Best Silver Steel. So that is Swedish steel, Japanese made. This one is a quarter hollow, just brilliant. I really like this, and it's a fine shaver, really is. Now, with all of these vintage razors, now that one was a little more expensive. That was between 50 to 80, something like that. Now, here you go. This is my Frederick Herter & Son Ace of Spades. That is bone with inlay, 15/16 blade. It is a full hollow. And this is one of those razors that I was into way back. I really like this one. And it's a fantastic shaver. This has got, what is it, 64 shaves on one ILR hone, okay? Great steel, is Soligen German steel, and fantastic razor. Really enjoy that one. That was trying to think, that was, I believe, like 70 bucks. Yeah. Now, this is like my most famous one. This is a Wade & Butcher for gentleman's use. This got the barber's notch, smiling blade, near wedge. This is out of the 1800s, mid 1800s for this one. Now this was a little more expensive, but it wasn't more, I think it was, I'm trying to think, I believe it was either 160 or 170 for this razor. And out of the mid 1800s, and you can still shave with it. That is good. Yes, it is. In 2019, I found this Thierry Izzard Bison. Yeah. And I found it on sale. This is the only really good brand new razor I have that is a full hollow. This is 7/8 blade, and it's just marvelous. It's got this faux turtle handle, and it is just fantastic. Now, this razor, I believe, if memory serves, was either 140 to 150 bucks, brand new, but it was on sale. So you can get brand new razors if you can find them on sale. That is the trick with these things. So what I would suggest is just keep looking until you find the right thing. So if you're new and you're on the fence, not sure what you want to do yet, go with a gold dollar. You can get these from people that know how to hone, and you can learn, find out if this is something for you. And I'm telling you, this is a great place to start because that blade will hold an edge. It's really quite good, and everything is exactly like any other straight razor. It just, the fit and finish isn't great, and it's not the best looking razor out there, but it will work, and you can get your foot in the door, see if you like straight razor shaving. If you're all in for straight razor shaving, I say go ahead and get something new like this, and all you need is a couple and you are totally set, because you can have one that you're shaving with, you can send the other one out to be honed, and you can cycle them through, and even using one razor every other day, and that edge will last longer than if you just had one razor. Now, I would say end up getting a couple, but you could start with one brand new razor if you're all in and you know this is something you want to do. Or you could do like I did and buy vintage razors. This is just marvelous because you can pick up vintage razors at a really good price, 20 bucks, and you can have a really nice razor, and it will do everything a modern razor will do. And like this one is 100 years old, and if it's lasted 100 years and looks this good and shaves this good, it's a good razor. No matter which way you want to go online to get the best price. Like this video if you found it helpful or enjoyable. Click up here to see my latest video. Click over here to see a video specially picked out for you. Click on this one to see how to start straight razor shaving the series. Have a great shave and a good day, and I will see you next time on Adventures in Wet Shaving.